Down to 7 Pacific.
Out there. Yes, clear. Loud and clear.
Friendly fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Recording.
Welcome to the Friendly Fire podcast.
Bam, bam, bam.
Dude, you missed. I almost don't even want to retell what you told in here before Josh got here.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like I'm removed enough from the energy of it to tell it.
Okay.
In the studio, Josh was recording yesterday, and the person in here recording was telling a story about somebody they knew that had unalived themselves. I don't know. I feel like that's safe.
We can get away with it. Yeah.
And as they were telling the story, one of these lights started flickering, and then it burst into flames. Look, you can see the bulb.
Yo.
It burst into flames. And that's one of those things, dude, where I'm
You
like,
can see the burn marks.
obviously malfunctions happen with electronics, and I personally have never had like a super paranormal experience like that, but that, dude, the energy in this studio, bro. I'm
trying to put it in the universe.
I'm gonna do what everybody does on TikTok, where you watch a creepy video on TikTok and all the comments are like, "I rebuke this in the name of the Lord. I do not claim this negative energy." It's so funny. Also, there's this weird trend on TikTok, because I love reading the comments, where somebody will comment and they'll be like, "I bet you didn't even read my name," and their name will be like, "I love Jesus Christ," and it'll have like 1,000 likes on the comment, and I'm like, what's happening in the world where on TikTok, that's where, I guess if you're gonna preach the Lord, TikTok's not a bad place to start.
It is funny to be concerned, like a pastor concerned about the algorithms.
Yeah.
He's like, Jesus Christ, I can't get this fucking thing to go viral.
My sermons have not been hitting the algorithm.
Yeah.
I will say, one night, when I was in Nashville, I was in a conversation with Aaron Weber and John.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. No, John Chris.
Cut that one out. That was a
they
good
were
clip.
talking about, like, because they're both Christians, and they were talking about like cringe videos of like pastors just doing too much. And I didn't think about it. It was just funny listening to it. And then there was one that this guy did for the Super Bowl where he had his the helpers or other pastors tee up a Bible, and he kicked the Bible like it was a field goal. You're doing too much, dude.
That feels...
Just wear your flannel and try to fuck the 18-year-olds like a normal fucking megachurch pastor.
Just carry the chairs, try to impress everybody.
The stacks
foldable,
of chairs.
this-
It's funny. There's a meeting I go to, an anonymous one, and we have to put our chairs up after. There's always one of those. There's always one of those guys. He'll walk over the fucking stack of them to where he puts them up. He'll put them all up, and then he'll sit there and take everybody's chair. And here's the thing. Service to others is a big part of the whole like sobriety thing. I want to just be like, this is a guy who's just trying to do service, but I also know this is a guy who's trying to service some pussy as well.
He's trying to get his...
I know
he's
he
trying to get
wants some
service.
sober pussy. He's trying to get his... Yeah.
Now, do you think sober pussy hits better than using pussy?
Yeah. Well, depends if you're using or if you're sober, dude. Because if you're on heroin, any pussy hits, but you would love for that pussy to also be on drugs, because then it feels weird if it's not.
Yeah, you don't want the power imbalance.
Yeah, but then again, at that point, if they are sober and you're on heroin, you're the one being taken advantage of. And you can, when you're on opiates, dude, you can fuck too. You can never come.
Yeah.
You can never come.
Well, I can't get hard sometimes with my Lexapro.
That makes sense. Those are not opiates, but that is a thing that I've heard about antidepressants. Is like it's hard to come. Sometimes you can't get
with
it up.
antidepressants. It's funny though, because it's never when I want to get hard. I can always get hard when I want to get hard. It's when I'm like, I should go jack off. And then I can't get hard.
Well, it's because your heart's not in it.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I'm not in it for the right reason.
You're not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah,
You're
I
in
go,
it-
oh, Ariel's running errands for the next 4 hours. Let me sneak into the bat, like, a poop and jerk quick, and then I can't get it up.
P&J. Yeah, of course.
Maybe it's also the smell of my shit
Yeah, that doesn't help,
lingering
does
in the
it?
room.
I also,
And then I go, I'll turn the fan on and try to jack it. What am I, out of my mind?
You got to be careful with P&Js too. Just our bread and butter. You got to be careful with that because there's a psychological thing where certain things start to trigger certain things.
Like Pavlov's dog method.
Pavlov's dog kind of thing, the little, and you don't want the smell of your shit to start making you horny. like, you know what I mean? Like if you shit and jerk off, if you pee and J all the time.
If we're doing a P&J,
eventually the smell of
it catches up to you.
You're gonna be just taking a shit on a normal day. You're gonna be taking a shit, and all of a sudden you're gonna be like, "What's going on?" And then, yeah, you just don't want that.
Yeah, it's like a flight or flight.
Yeah,
it's like a pooper jerk.
It truly is.
It's
just
like an or jerk.
Now we've been talking a lot about P and J. We haven't talked about the P or OJ.
POJ.
Because that's
position of jacking.
Yeah, that's important. Because in that moment, you got two things that need to get out of you, and you got to pick which one is more important.
In front of you lies inside of you. There's two wolves.
Inside of you, there are two wolves. One of them needs to poop, and one of them needs to jerk. And it's important you feed the right wolf. You know what's really funny? When I was that's become such a meme. It's even like I even say that in one of my jokes about my dad. When I went to rehab, there was one of the counselors or something was running a group, and he genuinely proposed that thought of like inside of you there are two wolves. There's the one that is your past life, and then the one that's your future life. There's the good and the bad. Whichever one you feed becomes stronger and will eventually win. And I remember being like, whoa, like blown away. And now it's just like, now it's a meme you'll see that's been edited like 100 times. It's like deep fried, and it's like inside of you there are two wolves. They're both horny. Like it's like shit like that. And it's so funny because it was such a profound thing for me to hear at the
hit
time.
At the right, yeah.
And now it's just like now we're talking about the wolves having to poop or jerk.
Yeah. Yeah, but
life, huh?
I mean, it's duality of man.
It's true.
Because truly, inside of you are two wolves.
There are two wolves.
One of them you like that speech, and the other one wants to poop and jerk.
Yeah, exactly. There are two wolves inside of me. Both of them are black. I'm scared. All right, maybe not that. Maybe not that so quick. I'm sorry.
Welcome back to the Friendly Fire Podcast. I can't say ladies and gentlemen.
I need to start sitting on the other side. I've realized my widow's peak is so uneven. This part goes back way further, and it looks like from certain angles like I just have a bald spot that runs all the way to the back of my head from here.
Yeah, with the other angle, this is surprisingly or not, I learned that I had a good angle because it's not that this is a good angle. The other one, I just look like a fucking creature.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you saw the early episodes of this, it turns out high to low on my right side makes me look like I have 5 chins and no jaw. And it's more genetic than it is the camera's fault. It's more of
course. Well,
it's the way I look.
The reality is that anytime you see a bad picture or a bad video of yourself, it's a bad angle, but it's a bad angle because you look like shit from that angle. You know what I mean?
It's a bad angle because it's a bad photo because of you.
Yeah, like if you see a bad photos are a little bit different because it caught you in a moment that you might have been doing something weird, but you still did look like that.
Yeah,
for
no,
a
you
moment.
did look like that.
That was
you.
Begley sent me a picture, and I woke up to it, and he was like, dude, your Shane impersonation is insane. And he sent me this picture, and it's just like something that got caught in the moment of... I mean, I literally am doing I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I'm literally doing the, like, when Shane acts like he has like Down syndrome or whatever, I like have that look on me. And that's
also
moment.
the look your brother gets when he gets 2 margaritas in his system.
This is exactly.
And then he starts telling me that he could kill me if he wanted to.
This is exactly what Evan looks like. My brother.
Dude, his brother.
He's awesome.
His brother, Matt's brother, jiu-jitsu guy, 6'2", former athlete, big fucking unit of a man.
He's been working out legitimately 6 times a week with strenuous intention since he was like 13.
He is a athletic freak. We do a gig. We're up in Dallas and we're spending the night, and I don't even know where you went, but it was just me and him and alone in his house. We're both drunk as fuck. And he's looking at me, and one eye's going this way and one eye's going that way. And he just looks at me and he goes, you know, I could beat you to death if I wanted to. And I was like, what? And he goes, you couldn't even stop me. And I went, all right, I'm going to go to bed now. And he was like, all right, have a good night. And I was like, what the fuck was that, Evan?
Dude, Evan is a menace when he's drunk because he's so disciplined otherwise. Like he went to college, he graduated with good grades. He went for like sports medicine or something like that. He got a really great job that is really hard to get. He works out, he eats good. When he gets drunk, he will cook an entire pan of like shrimp Alfredo in the middle of the night, eat the whole thing, cook it with like a stick of butter, and then threaten Josh's life. It's so awesome.
I was like, it was so funny because I was like, are you this fucked up off margaritas? Are you gonna? He also that was the night that we went to that place. We went and got. I had a type of margarita that I'll never have again. It was a margarita with sangria in it.
Where was that?
It was like a Mexican restaurant, and he was like, "The margs here are great. You're gonna love this one." And then I had that. It was like. You know, it's that thing where, like, I did this a lot in college or, like, early when I was younger in high school and stuff, when we would, like, chase alcohol with, like, bagged wine.
Yeah.
Where you, like, it sounds fun until you're, like, 2 drinks in and you're like, wait, why am I this fucked up? Yeah. And it was that, but I had, like, 3 or 4 of those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I was walking around I was wine drunk, tequila drunk, and a belly full of, like, sloshy sugar.
And
I was just spraying out of my ass. And then I come out from the bathroom, and then Evan is like, I'm gonna maul you to death.
And the fucked up part
I'm gonna bend you into a pretzel.
Is it really is true.
Yeah, he could do that.
My brother could.
Yeah, he could beat me to death.
He could beat both of us to death. Maybe not at the same time. I think we could overpower him. But
I don't even want to put that in the universe because you know he's gonna listen and go, "We're gonna do it." Yeah, he's gonna get pissed that you said that.
No. No, yeah.
He's going to get mad. He's going to get mad. He's going to get mad.
Because, but I don't know, man.
Let's do it. Get in a ring.
You know what? It's that question that's going around online of if 100 men could beat up one silverback gorilla. What, have you heard this? I watched one video of a guy talking about it on TikTok, and now it's every other video is some other creator doing what I'm about to do, which is propose the question. We're proposing. We're going to hop on the trend, which is that could 100 men beat up kill one silverback gorilla? And the answer is obviously yes. But the question that people aren't asking is, could Josh and Matt beat Evan to death?
And here's the thing. I'll fake drink the margaritas.
Yeah.
He gets a little marg drunk. He looks away. I pour it into I have underneath. Okay, this is what we do. We line I wear a long sleeve shirt. We line it with garbage bags
so that you can look and you can go. You can drink. You can put it into your mouth, and when he's not looking, you can like a reverse camelback.
Yeah, and then I get
Yeah, you get big and bloated. He thinks Josh is getting bloated from these margaritas with wine in them.
Joke's on him.
Joke's on him.
I'm preparing for combat.
You're preparing for combat, and when he goes after you and he pops those bags, now we're all wet.
Now we're wet. Now we're slippery. Now we're in my element.
Now we're slippery.
We're in my element.
Slippery, wrestling with another man, Josh's element.
I'm locked in.
I'm there.
I do this. I go, what's up here? Oh, I hit him in the balls. I go,
I wait for him to get you within like an inch of your life. Because I want him to, but just wait.
What the fuck?
You can handle it. You are a Marine. And then when he thinks I've almost got Josh, time to get Matt, I'm going to hit him in the head with a frying pan. Which is
that's illegal.
No, it's not. We're fighting to the death.
I was picturing the
frying pan was in his. It was filled with shrimp Alfredo.
That's also he did make a large amount of shrimp Alfredo. Then the next morning was complaining about his stomach hurting.
Yeah,
and I went, I wonder why.
It's funny.
You had fucking seafood at 3 a.m. that you heated up on a plate.
And then, also that night, I think that night was the night he took us to this burrito place too, which served quite possibly the worst burrito I've ever had in my life.
I don't even remember that place.
Maybe it was a night that you weren't there actually. But yeah, drunk people's recommendation of food is crazy. And just what they will intake is nuts. The amount of times I've been on 6th Street and seen a guy walking down the street with like sauce on his face from one of those shitty like Rapolo's pizza. Like it's crazy. But yeah, so I'm going to wait for him to almost kill you. And then maybe I won't use the frying pan.
No, we'll do like some tag team thing.
Do we want to
We'll tag team your brother.
Wait, so we'll tag team Evan. So wait, you're telling me that we're gonna go out drinking? You're gonna fill trash bags with it, and then we're gonna go from the bars to an octagon. We're gonna find the octagon.
Da 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 da. And then I start bouncing around light. I'm light on my feet. People don't realize that about me. They think, oh, a lot of ass, not light on his feet. Joke is on you. All the power of my legs comes through my ass. Everything comes through my ass.
So you're dainty on your feet. I've got good footwork. Everything comes to your ass.
Wait, whoa.
Whoa. What is this? Some of this is bad.
Hey, check out Some of This Bad, the gay podcast that you're probably here for because you knew us. Because every time that we have a bump in numbers, I found out there was another episode that did really good out of nowhere. We jumped up like 500 plays. I went, what's this? And it was another thing where somebody on their Discord discovered that you can at a certain point see my bulge.
Really?
Jimmy told me this last night.
Amazing.
And I went,
whatever gets our numbers
and you know what's
up.
even crazier? I didn't even realize I had enough down there to have a bulge.
You do.
Because sometimes I get so tucked away.
Yeah.
I go turtle mode. I feel like I'm like a teenage mutant ninja turtle. Like, everything about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle could describe my penis.
Okay.
Teenage. Mutant. Orange.
Yes.
I mean, orange pubes everywhere. That's
turtle.
Literally a mutation.
Turtle. I'm curious where ninja comes into play. Because it's sneaky and hidden.
Dude. That motherfucker's good with throwing stars.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja. We're getting off a little. I mean, it is kind of Asian. And then Turtle.
There it is.
Turtle. I mean, boy does it go into its shell.
Yeah.
You give me a scoop of bucked up, and you put me on a treadmill. I will walk away a trans woman. Do you understand?
Full bottom surgery and everything.
If you
could
give
penetrate Josh's man pussy.
If you give me any amount of stimulants, put me on a treadmill for 5 minutes, I am fully ready to. I will swim for the.
Yeah, I will.
What was the school?
I don't remember what college it was.
God, that would have been a good clip.
Upset.
Let's figure out that name, and then I'm gonna redo
You're
it.
gonna redo it. Yeah.
I will.
You know a thing
it's too late now, but I am curious.
There's a thing that's been happening to me at the gym.
A school where trans women are allowed.
Just put.
Nah.
Dude, Josh, your Googling capabilities are crazy.
Leah Thompson.
University. It's Penn. I knew that
Leah
too.
Thomas.
God damn it. A thing has been happening to me at the gym. I use the foam roller. I go to the gym and do hot girl workouts. I stretch, I roll in the foam roller, I walk, and then I leave.
It's actually really good for you.
I know, it's great. And I feel good.
It's definitely better than
I roll my quads out and like my ass cheeks, lower back and stuff. Every single time, my balls are between my legs, but on the backside just enough where I foam roll my nuts essentially every single time. Every single time you'll catch me, I'll be rolling. I'll go, and like if somebody's watching, they've watched me 3 days a week for the last 4 months foam roll my nuts.
Pancake your ball sack.
Yes, precisely. I even do it at home.
It's like a cartoon, like when the Roadrunner gets ran over by like the steamroller, just flattened out.
Yeah.
Do you think that affects your ability to have you ever had the thought? No, never mind. You know the thought. Never mind. You already have confirmation. I was going to say sometimes I think that I might be infertile.
No, I wonder.
Because the amount of times that I've just been like,
we're.
I go. The amount of times I go.
Just being like.
Ba, 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 ba.
So
and then I just and then I go, oh, we're good.
Yeah, you know.
Because also at a certain point, my balls like so. If you're a new listener here, I have small red balls, and if I'm convinced, because this is a thing that I've been thinking, okay, because sometimes I'll randomly get a big load.
Yeah.
But average, we're talking, I mean, gotta be 10, 15 milliliters. It's not.
No frame of reference for that.
It's like if I spit.
That's crazy.
That'll be that. But then sometimes it's like if I had a water gun.
Yeah.
So nice. I go. The big ones where they're like the big splooshes when I'm getting like, I mean, like when I'm when I'm fucking feeling it, it'll be I mean, we're talking a mess.
Like a lot, yeah.
So then I go, well, that was I should scoop that one up and siphon that one in if I want an athlete.
You think
because the smaller ones are just shooting out like theater kids.
Yeah.
I'm just putting theater kids all over the fucking house when I'm P&Jing. But like once in a while, I'll get like a big load and I go, LeBron.
LeBron was in
LeBron,
that
that is Randy Johnson right there.
Yeah, that's more likely.
Yeah, Randy Johnson. Well, LeBron, maybe if I'm on the road and she gets lonely. But if
Jesus Christ.
how would you even be upset? Here's a question. Well, the actual answer is this. Okay, scenario.
Okay.
No, the answer is no. But this is the scenario I was going to ask, but I realized I wouldn't do it. But either way, I'd still do it.
I mean, you could ask the question sometime soon, right?
I'm trying to phrase it.
He answered his own question like 7 times before he asked it.
So let's say that you and a lady were on a break, but you were together for like 3 years, okay? You're on break. She hooks up with some guy. You guys get back together. 6 months later, she starts showing signs of pregnancy. She's been pregnant for 6 months. She just didn't show really well. But then she goes, do you remember when the San Antonio Spurs came to play at the Target Center?
Okay.
I let Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan's a crazy one, but yeah, I mean, because he's like 50, but still
I let
the
him.
genes are there.
I don't know anybody who's on the Spurs.
Okay.
I picked
let
a bad
Victor
team.
Wembanyama, who's
I let
7.5 feet
Victor
tall.
Wembanyama
And French.
nut
Inside
in me.
me.
And I didn't, and I thought we were good. It turns out we are not. This is 100% his kid. I don't know what to do. I love you. Let's spend the rest of our lives together. As she goes, we will raise him as our own. Now, do you go, this is an 18-year investment, 19-year investment, and then I get to be a millionaire.
Man. I mean, so that's the thing.
And there's no equivalent. It's not like I can go, guess who just fucked Serena Williams?
Yeah, no. Because then it's Serena. You are there, so you then would be able to raise the kid to some degree.
Yeah.
And
Serena only lets me hit once.
Yeah, and your wife would be
This is fucking bullshit.
your wife would be the mother of that child. So at some point she would benefit from their likely success.
Yes.
But there's also always the chance that you get like a 6'8" like beast
Yes.
who's
Who
just
can
like
get boards.
really, really, really wants to play the clarinet.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
fuck.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with playing
there
the
is.
clarinet.
No. There is something. No.
There's not.
No.
But
There
in
is
this
something.
situation, there is.
There's something inherently wrong if you are above 6 feet, if you're above 6'5", and you go, I don't like sports. I'm more of I just like theater. I go, what you're doing is disrespectful to the world.
If you're above 6'5" and you like theater and you're like a big 6'5" athlete, your options, you have to become a professional wrestler.
Yes,
Because then you
that's
get
the
both.
only thing. Yeah,
Then you get both.
and you're allowed. Yes, 100%. And
You
you're
get to
allowed.
act.
And you're allowed to do theater after you attempt to go to college and get drafted into the NBA or MLB, NFL.
Every 5 years, there's a movie about an athlete. They need somebody who looks like one they need that.
Yeah.
They
Age
want that.
27, ages 25 to 35, you can play the freak athlete in any film about that. You can do that.
Yeah.
But you have to give 23 to 24 years of your life to potentially to be a freak.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Yeah, okay. Now, I do have a counterpoint to this. I want to ask because what you're asking is actually kind of on theme with the Black Mirror episode I watched recently. This is a spoiler alert for one Black Mirror episode from the new season if you want to fast forward. Say you're in this situation, right? And I'm going to propose a couple hypotheticals that I don't think you would ever do. But there's a break in your relationship, right? Whatever happens, you go out and sleep with other people. Your girl goes out and sleeps with other people. You guys get back together because you guys are in love. It was fucked up, whatever brought the distance between you, but you guys are in love. You want to spend the rest of your lives with each other. And then you find out she's pregnant. And it's not Victor Wembanyama. It's not Tim Duncan. It's not Tim Duncan's kid. God. It's just some other guy's kid. And it's too late. She's pregnant. She's 33. So she's like, I don't know when I'll have a chance to have another kid. I want to have this kid. It's from a one-night stand that I had in France. Do you stay even though she's going to have another person's kid if it's the love of your life?
No.
You don't?
I wouldn't raise. Maybe this is this is maybe a bad take. As a man right now with no children, if Ariel and I, for whatever reason, broke up, it won't happen.
No.
But if that happened and I started dating, I don't think I could date somebody who had a kid. Now, the caveat to that is if I did have a kid, I think I would be more inclined to.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's a bad take or not, but that's just
I don't think that's a bad take. I think it's more reasonable. Like if you already had a kid and then she had another kid. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Like it's the love of your life. Like it's like that's your person.
And maybe that's case by case.
Yeah,
maybe it's case by case. But for me,
I do think it would inevitably. There would be some resentment of having a living, breathing piece of evidence that another guy nutted in your girl.
Dude, 100%.
Would be pretty tough. Pretty tough. And what if the kid like wasn't that cool? Or even worse, what if the kid was super fucking cool in ways that you weren't?
Yeah, he's
and then you go,
I
know that didn't come from her. I know that came from him.
Oh, God.
And he's being cool and shit. Like he plays the clarinet, but he plays it like it's sexy, like jazz style clarinet. And he's also almost averaging a triple double.
And he does calculus when he's in when he's a freshman.
Yeah,
he's
in all like the AP classes and shit. Yeah. Like he already has like a semester worth of college done before he graduates high school.
The reality
but
is,
he's also like an all-American.
I don't have
none of this came from me.
No, and I don't have high value sperm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but it doesn't seem like
this is a best case scenario for me, truly.
It
to
really
have
is
somebody else donate sperm to have a kid who can do things. What is my kid gonna do?
So now I'm winning you back over. Because now,
listen, ladies and gentlemen, you send me your nut and send me well, did you ever see the thing? It was a documentary that they put out on Netflix about the guy a guy with schizophrenia donated sperm to like over 1,000 people.
What?
And guess what? No. Schizophrenia is what? Hereditary.
Yeah, it's very genetic.
So,
yeah, that would be tough too.
So that's how Austin is populated with.
I mean, just one guy.
Dude,
all the homeless people here are from one guy.
Dude, I saw this again. This happened this is the second time I've seen this in Austin. I
already know what you're talking about.
I saw a homeless guy in Austin. There's a porta potty that's over by the bridge. I saw a homeless guy go up to that porta potty and start pissing on the porta potty.
It's really he's so close.
You are a step away from doing it the right way. And now you're not doing it out of principle.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. Or their showers. I told this story too, but I want to retell it because I don't know who I've told it to. There's literally in between here and Sunset, where the Black Rabbit, there's a block, half a block that you have to walk. On that street, they have a shower. They have like this, they have like a nice little shower station for the homeless people.
Yeah.
And then next to it, there is a drinking fountain. I watched a grown man who was homeless walk over to the drinking fountain and use it as a bidet, then did a spot at Sunset, came back 30 minutes later and saw a tourist filling up their hydro flask in that drinking fountain. And I wanted to be like, do not do that. But then I was also kind of like, I mean, you're using a drinking fountain right next to a pack of homeless people. What do you think is happening at that? Because that's just, it's probably just some guy from like Nebraska who has never been around, like some guy from South Dakota.
If he had a hydro flask, he was probably from like Seattle or something.
Yeah. But also, I didn't stop him. Here's the thing. I didn't stop him. I sometimes feel bad, but then I also kind of go, like, he might be dead.
Yeah, I don't know, got like dysentery or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's got the strongest immune system in the world. I also am not sure that that's how germs work.
I'm also not sure if I should feel bad. I would never use a public drinking fountain like that. Zero chance.
I do think location, like, I know exactly what stretch you're talking about, and there's like always homeless people there.
I get heckled walking through there.
It's one of the couple places that they're always at.
And they have speakers? I don't know what the fuck it is.
Where
are you charging it?
Yeah, so I've brought this up. I don't know if I've talked about it on here. There is a level of person here. I don't know if they're homeless because they have access to like Bluetooth speakers, which means they not only have the speakers, the capability of charging them, but they also have a device that connects. And then they also, I've never heard a commercial. They have Spotify Premium.
And on top of that, it's like,
There's never a commercial playing. It's always music.
well, then it's also, so there's also layers to this too, because it's also like, of course, just because they're homeless, they could have had it beforehand. They could have whatever.
Sure.
But in this world that I'm imagining, because I know exactly who you're talking about, I don't think that they prioritized. I bet they prioritized getting the speaker before they prioritized anything else. They would be the person that would go, let's get a JBL down here.
Yeah.
I need money for the hotel tonight. Now I'm gonna get a fucking speaker.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or maybe they stole it.
Maybe they stole it.
Somebody went through my car the other night. I don't have anything in there. They took all my change, but all my shit was tossed. I was like, fuck, I forgot to lock my car.
That's nuts.
Just in my parking lot of my apartment complex. But yeah, there's another stretch on 7th Street where guys hang out and there's often music playing. And some of them look well dressed, but then they're hanging out with the homeless people.
Those
Yeah.
are
like-
drug dealers.
That's what I figured. I go, they've got to
that's
be
sad.
the boys. Like, that's got to be what they're doing,
You gotta be
right?
from Detroit.
The Detroit boys. That's a callback to another episode. He's not just being racist. I mean, it
Well,
does
yeah,
come.
yeah, no,
It does come from a
racism.
racist story, but it's
Not about me.
It's not about him. It's about everybody else in Iowa where he lives.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, okay. I'm sorry to change so quickly.
No, I like this.
So I'm gonna play you a song that I like. My friend sent it to me. I'm just gonna play it. It's a rap song. Have you ever heard of Max the Demon?
No, but I hate the name.
Okay, we're gonna play it. His lyrics should come in pretty soon. It's just like really hard. All right, you get the gist of this song. Josh, will you Google Max the Demon real quick? It's THA, by the way. Yeah. That's Max. Is that not fucking crazy?
That's hilarious.
Is that not crazy? Look at Max.
Maxwell.
You understand Max now, though. At first, you don't think about it, and then you go, oh, it's Maxwell the Demon.
Oh. Maxwell, will you turn it down there with your friends?
It's
Maxwell,
so funny.
The Lunchables are almost done, Maxwell. Get up here. Get out of your studio.
Mom, you know I go by the Demon now.
Mom, you know I have one black friend now. I go by the
No,
Demon.
according to that picture, he's got a house full of them.
Okay.
Well, that's a house full of black people. And then Max, of course. This is crazy to me. I mean, good for him, though. Double bacon. That's funny. I just always love, it's like, there's a couple guys like this. You know what I like about this, actually, though? It's same with Jin Lee.
Yeah.
The confidence that it takes to be a white guy, I think even more so with Max here, because he just looks like every guy I went to Bishop McGinnis Catholic High School with. The confidence it takes
He is
to
like a
be
prom
that
friend.
guy, not break and just rap, release that music, talk the way I'm sure he talks off the music, and just be that guy. The confidence it takes is actually really impressive to not let anybody shake you. Yeah, look, there he is. There's Max. His little brother looks like the Rizzler.
That's him getting confirmed.
Yeah, he's outside of a Catholic school he graduated from. It's just so funny to me. I love it though. Yeah, that song came up. I was listening to it on the way here. And it's a very good song. I like it, at least. It's hard whenever you realize that that's who's rapping it, though.
I don't like I like that song. I don't like when I realize that I have that same thing where sometimes I'll realize who it is and I go, I don't like that.
You go, you know what?
I also think
fine.
I don't like this. This is a thing that's been happening a lot in rap songs. I don't like when rappers mention poop. That is a new
you know
weird
what?
thing.
I am so on board with this hate.
It's just out of nowhere, rappers are starting to be like fart. They're putting fart jokes.
I'm the shit.
I'm farting.
I'm shitting on all you little turds. That's a Gunna line. I'm shitting on all you little turds.
I'm the shit. I'm farting.
There's one
Digging
that's really
a butt while
funny.
I'm fucking. Well, I guess that's different. That's actually a cool.
God
Part.
damn it!
Digging her butt while I'm fucking her thighs, gripping her thighs. That's a cool line. I like that line.
There's one by this rapper Peasy.
I go, listen to that, babe. Gunna does it. Why is it that Gunna gets to do it with his hoes?
Why do you? Yeah.
Why does Gunna get to put dick in her butt and grip at her thighs?
This is a rapper Peasy who I love, by the way, Detroit guy.
He's a D-boy.
He's a D-boy
from Detroit.
And I really like this song, and I really like his lyrics for the most part, and he's just like hard as fuck. I don't want to play it for... Wait. I'm sorry.
Well, we can keep going. I like this.
He goes so hard. I might have accidentally skipped by it. Silver spoon niggas, you don't know about the trap. Real plug, get back on me when you finish with the pack. Bitch walk in the crib, make her turn the phone in. I think I went too far. I think it's at the beginning.
What does he say?
Wait.
Because we're just going to listen to the song now.
Gas if you fart, but when I say I got gas, I don't mean I got a fart.
What?
It's like, I actually am glad that you listened to it further, because it's like a hard song.
I got gas, but I don't need to fart.
I need gas if you fart, but when I say I got gas, I don't mean I got a fart.
Dude, so great. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Because I'm on board. I've heard it so much lately.
Kodak Black always mentions poop.
I'm the shit. I'm farting.
There's so many. Yeah, there's so many lines that he has. I'm gonna pull up.
I wonder if there's a compilation of Kodak talking about poop.
Poop and farts. It's like Kodak Black fart lyrics.
Poop. Yeah. Kodak Black poop bars. Yeah.
I'm the shit, I'm farting. I don't know how to party. On the shit, I need some toilet paper. I'm the shit, Kodak, I just jumped up out the sewer, bitch. All my niggas fake, that shit kept coming out like diarrhea.
There's another one he just...
That's 15 seconds of a 50-second clip, by the way.
There's another one where he goes, full of gas, I smell like promethazine every time I fart.
It's so funny. I mean, I get it though. I mean, I get the rhyme. It's just
it's silly. It's whimsical.
It is.
It's a whimsical rhyme.
What it is like rap is so hard sometimes. It's like these really hard trap beats. It's these guys from like really awful areas rapping about selling drugs and violence, and in the middle of it, they're like, man, and when I say I got gas, I don't mean I got a fart. You're like, okay, I know what gas means. It felt like that. You know what I don't like about that line specifically? It's almost as if somebody showed Peasy a picture of me and he was like, oh, this guy listens to me. I got to be more clear what I'm talking about. This guy obviously doesn't know what I'm talking about.
What's also funny is the word car is so close to fart. You can make it sound like that. And when I say I got gas, I'm not talking about for a car.
I'm not talking about my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You don't have to go fart.
Peasy, I know you're listening.
Where is my... I'll ghostwrite for any of you guys.
For any of you guys. We will only work on your shit lyrics.
Yeah.
Not your bad, not like your lyrics are shit.
No, but
I respect you
poopy
and
lyrics.
I like, but poop-related lyrics, we will find a way around them.
Have you ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
With Mr. Wolf, when he's like, they call Mr. Wolf to take care of the body. You call me and I take care of the poop lyrics.
We take care of the poop lyrics. They will be about cum now.
They're now about cum. Dude, I remember one time I was freestyling. Okay, this is an embarrassing story to start out with.
Yeah, because you're freestyling.
I was freestyling. I was on an eighth of mushrooms. I was in Tanner Hoy's basement. It was a party, and I was a junior, and everybody else was senior. It was a senior party. There was me and like two other guys that were juniors. Everybody else was a senior.
Very cool.
We got cool. It was cool. Taylor King dapped me up in front of people. I went, it's not even a big deal. Taylor and I are just like friends like that. And then Jacob Lee said what's up to me. I went, hey, I also know Jacob. Like, you know what I mean? It's like these guys know me and they're friends with me. And then I start freestyling David Burkett, who of course graduated a year earlier and was still hanging out at the senior party, but that's neither here nor there.
Very cool.
And of course we start freestyling. He's a rapper. He's trying to be a rapper. That's what he was pursuing. I think he might be having success in LA right now as like a music producer. But anyways, we're freestyling as one does, but then he starts on an 8th of mushrooms in a basement full of white people in Mason City, Iowa. And everybody else thinks whatever. But he starts doing actual rhymes. Like he has like pre-written stuff. And so I am out of my mind high on mushrooms and drunk. It's the first time it was still to this day the only time I've ever drank and done mushrooms. And I'm like in flow state, thinking I'm like murdering. I'm like, and use a bitch like a dog. Like I'm just saying like basic things, but I'm like, I'm in fucking beast mode. And then in the middle of it, Jacob Lee, I kept saying to David in the freestyle battle, which is very common practice, by the way, Jacob, since I've had time to reflect on this, stopped in the middle of it and went, Josh, why do you keep saying you're going to fuck his bitch? His bitch wouldn't fuck you. And then everybody went,
damn.
Oh, as if that was anything, as if it was clever.
Yeah, it was. It was good. Dude, he burned you. Who was that? What was his name?
It was Jacob
again?
Lee, dude.
Jacob Lee roasted. I mean, to stop, to like scratch the record, stop and go, why do you keep saying that she wouldn't fuck you? To bring reality into this moment of a bunch of white people freestyling, just to be like, for the record, his bitch would never fuck you. It's so funny.
And by the way, before we continue, guys.
Also, none of us have racks, by the way. We're all broke.
Furthermore, in case we, and yeah. And another thing, it is also funny. David was black, but he, so it was a hate crime actually. Him rapping at me is a hate crime.
No, you rapping at him is a hate crime, dude. You rapping at him.
Well, Jacob Lee stopping the rap hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
it hurt my feelings.
I bet that shit stung.
Well,
dude.
I used to think because Jacob Lee, I don't know if you know anything about Jacob Lee. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He was the coolest guy.
You know what's funny is you were describing that moment, and it's like I remember being young and feeling that way, but also sometimes as a grown-up in comedy, you feel that like
when you go into a room and
if you're in a room
soda dabs you up.
There's and like a comic that everybody else is kind of like, oh cool, whoa, they're in here, comes out and it's like, oh hey, what's up, dude? You're like, yeah, that's right, all you pieces of shit. This guy knows me.
Yes.
Does he follow me on Instagram? No, he doesn't. He never followed me back, and I don't mention it. I reply to a story every week, hoping that he'll see it, but now he has 2 million followers. He will never see it.
He said what up to me in the creek one time, 2 times, and everybody after he left, the same guy. Yeah. He came in and was like, "What's up, dude?" And then I went, "Oh shit, what's up?" And then we dapped up for a second, and then he left because he thought it was, he thought it was big Louis J. Gomez's show, and then it was the wrong time. It was the one right before that, and then he left, and then everybody was like, "Do you fucking?" And I was like, "Yeah,
not a big deal. I know Shane Gillis. Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah,
I was kind of joking. Actually, I hung out with him the other night.
Oh,
he knows me.
There it is.
Came up, put his hand on my shoulder. He said, "What's up, dude? How you doing, dude? Did you lose like 50 pounds?" And I went, "Yeah."
That's fun.
And then he went, "Cool." He was like, "Nice." I was like, "And I shaved my head." He was like, "Sweet." And then we talked about how nice it is to be skinnier and be able to wear a white T-shirt for a couple minutes
instead of having to pull it.
Yeah. Instead of yeah.
I do the pull. I'm skinny. I have fat nipples, so I do the pull.
Well, we were talking about the way a T-shirt will tuck under the boobs when you have a little bit more of a belly.
Yeah. I guess I haven't experienced that one.
It's funny. This is so silly to talk about on a podcast, but like whatever. I was there, and I was at Mothership beforehand, and I was in the green room, and he came in and he did a spot, and I watched him, and it was cool. It was like good set. He was like, "Thanks, dude," whatever. And then I knew that we were going to the same place after. Because I had been separately invited to go there, and then I heard them talking about it, and I genuinely didn't know if he remember. I mean, like I said, like I lost 50 pounds. I never talk to him. I very rarely see him, and I recently shaved my head. So yes. I was like, I didn't even know, whatever. So we go and we're sitting, and I'm like a couple people. I'm from here to Josh, and he's talking to Nate, and he's giving him shit, and he's like, "Nate, nobody likes you." And I look up at Nate and I go, Nate. And he goes, and I go, "I like you, man." And Shane goes, and I was like, "Fuck, Matt, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot."
Bombed a little.
You know what? But I won over Nate, and that's what
matters.
You know,
hey, it did not get a pop.
It's crazy. It's so funny, especially now as time's gone on. It's like It's like it's such a small thing,
Dude,
but for like 5 minutes after I went, you're an idiot for that.
Dude, I've had bombs like that are crazy.
You bomb in front of a big comic like that, you go, that stung a little bit.
Oh, dude.
That stung a little bit.
I was in a green room once with and
yeah, I mean, I heard that. So everybody can hear that.
And this lady wouldn't shut up, and then everybody was like everybody was like, okay, like she was just like a friend of a comic who she was a friend of the photographer who another comic, a third party, invited for the thing.
She's like four
people removed from everybody, and she won't shut up in the green room. And I went, hey, you should shut up. And then like everybody laughed except for the one guy that I wanted to make laugh, because she just was like asking all these questions, being super annoying. I was like, hey, you know what would be cool? I was like, if you just shut up. And then like big pop in the room.
You said that to her?
Yeah, to her. I was also hammered. But
that's a crazy green room move, dude.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I like it. It got a big pop.
Big pop because everybody was doing this thing where everybody kept looking like, Jesus Christ. Like somebody at one point was like, who is she? And then like he asked too, the guy did. And then so in the middle of it, I went, I basically told her to shut up. Big pop except for the one big dog. And then we left that place and we went to another place. And then he was like, that was kind of fucked up you said that. And I was like,
damn it.
And I went, God damn it. And now that's how you remember me?
You're trying to take risks.
Yeah,
I get it.
You're just one of the boys to me.
It worked for everybody else.
You're just one of the boys to me. I don't even care that you have a huge following and that I could go on the road with you and you could change my life. I don't even give a shit.
I don't even care if you like that, dude. That bitch needed to shut up.
She actually did, though.
Yeah. That actually did. And I do actually like Nate.
Yeah.
So,
and here's the thing. Sometimes when I get
suck our dick.
When I get
so how about that, two big comic? How about you suck our dicks? No, Josh stands
reverse
by
it.
this.
Reverse it. Let me suck yours.
No, how about
if I can do spots, I'll do whatever you want.
No. But
let me come with you onto a theater or the road.
Josh, put
I'll
the camera
do anything.
on me.
I'll do anything. I'll open for you if you're just doing like a spot in town. I don't even care. I'll cold open. I'll warm open. I'll do whatever you want.
Suck our dicks.
Nope. Well, there's maybe.
I won't do your arena shows. Suck my dick. I like Nate.
I promise you, I will do anything. I will make you your clips. I will
for free,
and then I'll do your clips for free.
I'll do your clips for free.
I'll do. You don't even have to do any. You don't have to. You know what? Here's the thing.
I'll do 3 minutes.
I'll do 3 minutes, and I tell you what, it will go bad, but it's okay because you'll look so much better.
I'll do all new.
I'll do all new or old. I'll do whatever you want.
Or you could suck my fucking dick. How about that?
I'm telling you, in an arena right now. Actually, I was gonna say an arena.
Doesn't sound. Listen.
I would actually be terrified.
So here's the thing.
To step out into a whole city.
Here's the thing.
It's crazy.
It's very cool to watch anybody in what we do reach that level.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
100%.
And obviously, like I know I'm like joking about him like saying "suck my dick." I don't actually feel that way.
Of course.
About any comic doing that, but specifically, the person we're talking about, Shane, is the coolest guy, always been super nice, everything. And being able to do an arena is awesome.
It's insane.
It doesn't feel like, just objectively, doing an arena feels like it wouldn't be the best, most fun place to do comedy.
Yeah, it seems like it would be, I don't know, obviously.
Obviously,
I have no fucking idea.
It's easy to sit over here and go, I don't know if an arena would be fun. I prefer to do the side rooms in clubs.
I prefer to have to cancel my show in San Diego because I sold no tickets at the side room of a club. I
personally prefer to sell a couple tickets in the 60 to 70 seater room.
But I think that I think naturally it's probably not the best environment for a comedy to take place in.
Yeah.
Now, the flip side of that, imagine a joke hits and like everybody likes it, which would be, you would be like, I think that the feeling that like a musician must get if if Drake is at an arena show selling and he's closing it out and he's doing like or I guess it would be like, or like Travis Scott and they're closing with that, what's that one song,
Sicko Mode.
If they're closing out with Sicko Mode and they just stop and 100,000 people sing the song that they wrote, you have to be like, oh, you can't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm better than anybody that's ever lived.
Yeah.
You have to have that.
That's gotta create a weird ego.
The amount of ego that moment would be.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, imagine you're like, you know, like you pause and you gotta like soak it in for a second. There's fucking 70,000 people, but like, wow.
Yeah.
And then they're singing your lyrics, and you're like, I wrote that in my mom's basement when I like had a Honda Civic.
Yeah,
and now I can fuck her and her cousin at the same time, and they won't even think it's weird because they're just stoked that they can touch my penis.
Yeah.
I can make these two cousins finger each other because I'm Drake.
You're getting a little crazy.
I can fuck my own cousin.
Because I am Kanye West. Have you seen that shit going on? Kanye's whole album about fucking his male cousin?
He had put a whole album out?
Am I wrong?
I know he put a tweet out.
Yeah, but something about giving his cousin a head or something.
Go from the fart lyrics to this, please.
Yeah. Kanye West alleged he had incestuous relationship.
Well, here's the thing about...
Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Rapper Kanye West is getting personal with his new music. He says his song, Cousins, is inspired by an incestuous relationship he had with a male cousin during his childhood. He posted the allegations on his X account Monday, saying the song is about his cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we couldn't or we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. According to Kanye, this happened from the time he was 6 until he was 14 years old, and they were acting out what they saw in those magazines.
All right.
I don't like this. Makes my tummy hurt, and it's sad.
This is taking a dark turn.
That's sad.
Kanye was actually just kind of molested, it seems like. So.
I was having this thought, though. Incest only exists in two classes of society. It's either the mega rich elitists that
trying
are like...
to keep the bloodline.
Or... the fucking trailer parks where it's like, well, shit, I mean, I'm in the sticks and I ain't got nobody around here with a pussy except for my own sister.
That is actually, it's a pretty astute observation.
You never hear about middle class incest.
Very rarely.
It's never like, yeah, Sarah sells insurance, I work at the VA.
Sometimes we fuck.
Sometimes we fuck.
Yeah, I guess that's
it's always, it's either that is the King of England's cousin's cousin, who is fucking.
You know, like, even the royal family that we have now is
far removed from the...
no, I think they're all like pretty much products of incest.
I know that I know that we don't have a fucking royal family. That's what I fucking know.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't have that fucking royal family.
No,
we've got a supreme family.
Yeah, we don't have a royal family, but our political climate is going great.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'm getting prepped for World War III, brother. I've been stretching my hip flexors. I have been doing. Did
you buy another gun?
I haven't bought another gun yet, but I've been doing planks. Because I want to get that core strength up in case I have to hike.
I've been doing
60 miles.
I've been doing when you're on all fours and you.
Yep. Well, let's watch the hand with the right one, but
you get it. I'm doing a workout. I'm just trying to get our core strong.
We're trying to do the core. We're trying to get our core strong. It's going to be Ab Boy Summer.
That's basically all I do is core.
We're going to get, as a podcast, I think we're going to start this new thing. I'm going to start it for us right now. We're going to fast. We're not going to drink any food, or we're not going to drink. We're not going to drink any liquids or eat any food, and we are going to get diarrhea for a couple weeks, and then we're going to get skinny mini. And then we're gonna go to Barton Springs with our shirts off.
I mean,
I will not be taking my shirt off at Barton Springs in the next month.
Have you ever been to Barton Springs? I know that one time you tried to go,
and then I went. This is insane.
It's like Memorial Day weekend. It's like the worst time. I
went to a Christoph Jeans pool last year, Ariel and I. If we wanted to go to somewhere with water, that's where we went. I'm not a big fan of areas where really hot guys are running around with their shirts off and really hot ladies are running around with their bikinis on, because I go...
And some of them have their actual boobs out.
Yeah, and I go, I don't like that.
Cool.
You know what I don't like about it? It's bragging. You know for a fact...
Swimming.
No. You know for a fact that is a breeding ground.
Okay. Yeah.
It is I am not going there the same way that I will not be going to Electric Force because I don't want to finger a 16-year-old anymore.
Well, okay.
I did want to when I was 16, but now I'm not 16, so I don't want to do that.
Yeah, anymore. Okay.
Yeah, anymore was a crazy way to end that, but I tell you what,
I didn't
want to finger a 16-year-old at one point. I was 16 at the time. Well, I might have been 15 and 17 too. Definitely not when I was 18.
Okay. Stop.
Well, I guess
explaining
within
it.
4 years of
Everybody's fine
consent.
with you. No. Okay, chill.
You can finger it.
You're
When
gonna
you're
be
18, you can
20, you're
finger-
gonna finger a 16-year-old.
Well, I wouldn't, but I
you
think
can?
legally you can.
No, it
Yeah, you can.
depends state to state.
All I'm
It's
saying
so
is that when I was
funny.
16, I wanted to finger another 16-year-old.
This is one of those things you can't look into, even out of curiosity.
Josh, go ahead and Google it.
Because
In Texas, I think they just kill you.
no, I mean in Texas, I bet it's pretty lax, but I don't really know.
Yeah, that actually, you're probably right.
But then there's all sorts of other laws and whatever. But we don't need to get into that.
Only if it's your cousin, you
I
can
think
shit
Barton
it
is a
or
beautiful place, but there are
It
a
is
lot
a
of
cesspool
hotties
of
there.
herpes.
I mean, anywhere there's that many people gathered, there's a lot of people with herpes.
And I guarantee, I don't want that herpy lake water on my fucking
it's
tight
not
little.
lake water; it's natural spring water.
That makes it worse.
No, it doesn't.
That
makes
it
better.
flows the herpes.
It flows the herpes away down to the free,
down to my
free
butthole.
side. Well, actually, all things considered, the free side, which is where you can do whatever you want. You bring your dogs. You can.
Oh, it's a BYOD?
You can. It's BYOD. It's BYOB. It's BYOG. Bring your own grill.
Is it
That
BYOJ?
one's
Can I
for the
bring my own
Mexicans.
Jeep?
No, you can't get a Jeep down there. The Mexicans love to grill down there. It's loud. It's crazy. It's fun, but it's good that it's downstream. You know what I mean?
You want it downwind.
If the paid side was downstream, there'd be a lot of Band-Aids,
Yeah.
a lot of Modelo cans,
Yeah.
a lot of shit like that, and you don't want that. Also, the dogs. There's no way the dogs aren't
Fucking too.
not fucking like.
Well, they could be.
peeing and
I was
shit.
gonna say they could probably be fucking on top of dogs. That's also a breeding ground for dogs. They'd be fucking over there too.
Yeah, they
Listen, I tell you what, if I take-
Barking Springs.
Yeah, if I take my dog to Barton Springs, she's not getting any dick. We're doing something wrong. All right.
I guess, man.
Do you think that that's a thing that you should be doing with dogs?
No,
No, me neither.
I don't think that we should be breeding dogs.
Not breeding, but I'm like socializing. Like, okay,
socializing.
I know
yes.
dogs don't have the same relationships as humans, obviously, but it is sad to think that my dog will just never have another companion living with her.
I think dogs should have friends. Like you should maybe like dog
Bring a
park
dog.
friends.
Yeah.
Or have your
Well, dog
friend come
parks-
over who has a dog.
Dog parks are like awful. That's the bad thing.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah, they're like really bad because you get like in the sense that like you don't know. Like strangers bringing their dogs in who have like mannerisms, then they're not watching their dogs. There's like a lot of dog fights that happen at.
Actually, my algorithm for a while on TikTok was like beef at dog parks.
I love beef at dog parks.
Dude, I love it. Well, it's also like there's always the every once in a while there's a video of a guy who brings like a not friendly dog to a dog
that's
park,
exactly what I'm talking about.
and then wants to go keeps him
Not
keeps
friendly.
the dog on the leash and goes not friendly, and it's like, hey, maybe don't bring it are our dogs off the leash? Yes. Are our dogs going to attack anybody? No, they're not.
No.
Your dog is not friendly. It's not my fault that you knowingly brought a mean dog here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring my uncle to a Gap.
Yeah, you don't want to take your uncle to the mall food court. Not friendly. Not friendly.
He's like walking around. He's like,
Horny.
Yeah. I was going more with racist uncle. You were going more with horny
A
uncle.
horny uncle at the mall food court's not a good.
Horny uncle anywhere is a bad uncle.
A good uncle. It's a good uncle at like Thanksgiving, as long as there's not too many like.
If your uncle gets
a
a P&J before he goes to Thanksgiving, that's good.
Yeah,
You don't want a backed up uncle.
You want an empty uncle for sure.
You don't want a backed up uncle.
If you're gonna go to the mall food court, because the thing is, speaking of age of consent, man, uncles ain't checking IDs.
Brother,
You know
uncles
what I
are
mean?
saying, you know what my dad says to this day? My 66-year-old father,
I hate it. I already know what it is.
he'll go by, we'll be driving by, and there'll be any lady from any age to any age, and he goes, "There's one for you." Doesn't matter, and I'll go, "Dad, she's clearly like 15."
We are driving we're driving 20 miles an hour. We're in a school zone.
But it's not his fault because he's drunk, so he doesn't focus. He just sees the silhouette.
Sees like long hair.
He's
and the
driving.
silhouette.
It's not my dad's fault. He's drunk driving, and he just sees the silhouette of a lady and goes, "There's one for you."
He's
And I go,
drunk. He's distracted because he's driving.
Yeah,
he's
he's texting at the same time.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't text. My mom. Did I ever show you the one message that my dad sent me one time? It's too deep in my messages now to find it. I bet, but I got one message from him when I was getting picked up from the airport. My father's never used a phone in his life. He has got a track phone that he only uses for like boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
Never texts or anything. And one day they were trying to pick me up from the airport, and he couldn't figure out how to text me to say hello. All he did was type H, like 18 gaps, L, P. He just typed help. And I was like, did Dad die in the fucking...
Is that in a hostage situation?
Yeah, he just help is all I got from him.
That's so funny.
And then I was like, and then I landed, and then he was like, I couldn't figure out a fucking...
I mean, I guess he did need help, just
just
how
not
to
the
work
wrong...
the phone. Yeah.
He also...
That's funny.
I mean, did I ever tell you when I had a video of it? I guess I should download my Snapchat again because I haven't had Snapchat for 7 years because I'm an adult man. Do you still use Snapchat?
I have Snapchat on my phone.
You got to delete that.
I don't really use it that often.
But I deleted it. But there was a video one time. My dad came upstairs. I had this video. It's so fucking funny. I was upstairs on my computer. My dad goes, "I need your help downstairs." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Your mother's coming home right now. I need your help." And I was like, "Okay." And I go downstairs. And my father, who was trying to figure out the internet, managed to go to a porn website that had the ads where if you click the X's, it just keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Dude, there was like 700 pop-ups. And my dad didn't know how to... He kept clicking on them, and it was like... The screen was like strobing with like different colors. He was like fully freaking out. He was like, "Your mom's on her way home."
That's so awesome because when you see those ads, you always go, "Who's falling for this?"
And it's my father.
It's your dad.
It's my dad.
Or it's like when I'll get a DM in my requests, and it'll be me and 100 other guys, and it'll just be a link that's sent to us by a very fake page with like a girl
fake,
with
very
big
hot
tits.
lady.
And it's like they wouldn't send these out if it never worked.
Yeah, they work. Those phishing emails work.
Have to work. Even a percent, just a percent of a percent.
It's
of a
1
time.
out of 100 uncles get affected by these messages.
Yes, which is like
in the arms of the angels.
1 out of every 10 uncles is affected by phishing scams for big tits.
If you or someone you love is affected,
It's like a mesothelioma commercial. If one of your uncles was affected by, if one of your uncles has downloaded a virus onto your family's computer by pressing pop-ups while he was watching porn, you might be entitled to compensation.
dude. We were watching basketball at my house, and Spencer was over, and there was an ad for Manjaro, which is a diabetes medicine. And then, dude, Spencer was like, "You're not gonna prescribe me something called Manjaro." Like, and then he did like a whole riff about it, and I was like, "That's so fucking funny. Like, you should legitimately do that." I hate to be that guy, but like, that's a bit. Cut to I'm in the back of East Austin, 70 people. Spencer's ripping, having like a great set, and he was like, "Dude, I was watching this commercial. They have a commercial. They have a medicine right now for something called Manjaro." He goes, "The balls to prescribe me something called Manjaro, full bomb." And then he goes, "And you have to inject it. You think I'm gonna shoot up Manjaro?" And then he was like, "Oh, what's that?" "No, I think I'm just gonna keep having diabetes." And then he looked up at me and he looked like made direct eye contact and he just shook his head. It was so. I was like,
I respect him for doing it though.
100%. And I go, "Yeah," because it was so goddamn funny off stage where I was like, "There's no way this doesn't just maul." Just him going, "Yeah, you're not going to prescribe me something called Manjaro. Oh, I got to get out of here. I don't feel good. I have to go take my Manjaro." It's like, that's such a funny name for a medicine like that.
It's also funny to know that like you're the reason that he bombed.
Oh, that was funny too. That joke was my fault.
Because if he had just done that riff and nobody was like, "You should do that," like he wouldn't have done that. It would have just been a conversation piece.
Oh, dude,
now he's on stage. He's having a good set for a full room, and he's like, "Time to bring out the Manjaro."
I had a bit. Dude, he went. It's time to sneak this one in. I had a tag that bombed so bad. I've been doing that bit about my AirPod dropping and the guy picking it up with his toes. And then I added, Ariel told me I should add this. She was like, "You should add this because I think it's funny." And so in the middle of doing it yesterday, I was doing East. There's like 25 people. It was like a really fun little show. And I was doing really well. Then I did that part. I did the first part of the joke, goes really well. And then I added her part, which is hitting the button, going boop, after the guy hands me the AirPod with his toes. And I hit the button. And I go, "Yeah, excuse me." I talked to the flight attendant. I go, "Do you guys have like a gun I could borrow? I'm just gonna shoot him in the face right quick." Ariel told me I should say that, and I went, "That's kind of funny."
That is funny.
Let me tell you something. I even did I made sure to go like calm with us. "Do you guys have excuse me, I'm so sorry to do this. Do you guys have like a gun I could borrow?"
Yeah.
Full bomb.
You really are selling it.
And then I went, "No, so I could shoot him in the face." And then nobody
A classic Josh Francis double down. He can't help himself.
Oh no, you guys clearly didn't get why that was funny. It's because I could kill him.
Oh, you guys hated that? What if I repeated it?
In a different way.
What if I repeated it in a more stern tone?
Yeah. And then I look at somebody.
And I insinuated that you guys are stupid
And
for
you
not
are
getting
the
it.
dumb
Would you like it now?
Would you like it now, you fucking little piece of shit, you little rat fuck?
That is funny, though.
I thought
It's
it was
always funny when a non-comic gives you a tag.
Well, she's given me stuff that's worked before, like pretty well. Like the I'm trying to think of the the no Jews this time on the no Jews this time.
Yeah. She gave you that?
She gave me that, and I went, "You're a psycho."
Yeah, that is crazy.
And that part gets
Just
like a big pop
imagining her
sometimes.
giving you that is
Well,
funny.
because it's funny. Yeah, she's like, I was thinking about that joke.
Yeah, it's funny. Well, because when I lived with my ex in Florida, there was like, I mean, it was like within a month, there were like 3 things I ran by her, and she was like, I just don't think that that's that funny. And then I would do it, and it would kill.
And then you go, you fucking
I'd be
don't
like,
know.
You're
what
a
the
stupid bitch.
Are you out of your fucking mind, you dumb
Hey, you
bitch?
dumb bitch. Hey, you dumb bitch. That thing about fingering people at the park worked. Or like whatever bullshit I was doing. I remember that one specifically.
There's one final thing I wanted to talk about before I get out of here. There was Ariel goes to she's discovered this website that we watch, or she checks before we watch movies. Have I told you about this?
Where you can...
It's called Does the Dog Die? And it's like ruining my movie experience because what it is it's a website where these people, it's supposed to be like a trigger warning website. So you can type in any movie and it tells you that if there's an animal in it and if there's harm to it, or if there's violence in general, like it's like a filter for every subject. And so then she'll be like, okay, before we watch this movie, I want to, and then she searches it and then it should be like, oh, I can watch it. And then I go, well, you just ruined the movie for me. Because now I know nothing bad is going to happen, and I don't like that.
That
Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean? Because it's like not that I want bad things to happen, but like if something bad, now that I know when she greenlights a thing,
if you're gonna greenlight it, I know there's not like
there's not violence.
Yeah,
and it's not that I don't. And that's not that I want violence. It's just I don't like the idea of going into a film knowing.
I won't even really watch previews for movies. Like if people are talking about a movie I'm going to see, I go, shut up. And they're going, no, I'm not going to ruin it. And I go, I don't want to hear anything about it because that's the best way to enjoy a movie.
Yes.
I went and I saw Sinners yesterday.
Oh, was that good?
It was good. It was very good.
I heard it was really good.
They balanced the line of like vampires being corny, which they always are, and like it being a good movie really well. That's all I'll say.
Michael B. Jordan shirt off?
Michael B. Jordan, he plays 2 characters in it. They're brothers.
Inside of you.
Double Michael B. Jordan squared. No, there is a part where he has his shirt off, but
that's big for the boys.
Yeah, and it's big for you. And
into.
But there was a preview for an A24 movie, and it looked phenomenal, and it was the perfect preview. It didn't give any of the story. It was exciting. It showed you the period it was in. It gave you some of the main characters. It was like a crazy lineup of characters. It was like Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Stone.
Oh, I've seen it.
But the preview told me nothing about it.
Yes.
And I was like, I mean, the whole movie going experience was worth it for that preview.
Yeah.
Because I was like, not every preview's got to ruin the entire plot of the fucking movie. I already know what's going to happen.
That's why I liked.
So I empathize with you a lot. That would bum
it drives me
out.
out. I go, you got to listen. You gotta stop
using the website.
You got to get triggered if that's the trigger.
Yeah. Like
also she's no trauma has ever happened
you're
where
a
it's like
30-year-old woman.
Yes, watch the dog die in Marley and Me.
It's fine.
That's the whole point of Marley and Me is so you get sad because you want to have empathy for your pets.
Exactly.
You have to watch it.
You're missing out on.
We watched Marley and Me right after we put our yellow lab down because that was like right when the movie came out. And let me tell you something. That was like showing like Saving Private Ryan to veterans.
Yeah, I will say.
I mean, my dad, my grown father, who has worked on the railroad his whole life, construction, was in the military. I watched him like hunch over sob.
Yeah. I won't watch movies that I know are just kind of drama.
He didn't even cry when my grandma died. No, I'm just kidding. He cried like
okay.
No, that was actually really sad. He was like, he was doing his primordial yell. Don't love when my dad does that. No. My dad does this thing in the backyard called his primordial yell. He'll get blacked out off of black brandy, blackberry brandy, Joaquin bottle or something like that. Really awful shit. Really bad stuff. I used to sneak it into high school parties. You know how little pussy you get when you show up and you go, don't worry, guys, everybody, I brought alcohol. I brought blackberry brandy.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, it's 6% alcohol, so it tastes like shit, and you kind of don't even really get that drunk from it.
Nice.
And anyways, he used to get blacked out and just scream into the sky. Anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out the Friendly Fire podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, and do all that fun stuff.
I'll be in Raleigh May 8th through 10th.
And if you
in Indianapolis in September.
And if you're listening and you haven't ever checked out our sketch page, go to Good Girl Studios on YouTube. Check out the stuff we have.
Also, I don't usually want to promote this, but if you're listening, I don't want to promote it, but I will also be doing the Don't Tells this Friday. You're going to be the day out in Boca.
There you go.
On May 2nd, there's 2 shows in Boca.
You're in Florida?
I
knew that.
If you're listening, you deserve to know this if you actually want to see me that bad and you love the podcast, but don't tell anybody else. I'm not promoting it. I want your fucking money.
It's also a don't tell.
So I don't know. I could do
I also
10
had to
minutes.
cancel.
I could do 20 minutes. I don't know.
I also had to
doing.
cancel my show in San Diego because I didn't move any tickets. Keep that here though. Bye bye.
Sorry guys. Bye.